Hello, everyone. Welcome to. Let me turn my volume down a sec. Welcome to a wonderful afternoon here at the Kiski School. We have Western Reserve Academy taking on the Kiski Cougars. Kiski comes into this game 3-0. Western Reserve comes in 4-1. We just had our opening toss, and we're going to get ready to kick off here in just a moment. Every once in a while you may hear the mic cut in and out, but don't worry. We're going to have our kickoff here in just a moment. Cougars deferred to the second half, and they'll be kicking to Western Reserve. Back deep for Reserve, number 15 Elijah Boyd, and Evan Bongers, number 4. Kicking for Kiski, number 12 Nick Visagi. Going to be Bongers who fields it at the 5 and brought down by number 13 and 58 of the Cougars. That's Ryota Mogi and Chris Rubino. I apologize for the amount of wind up here this afternoon. At least it's not raining on us though. Quarterback Cooper Parrott in the pistol for Western Reserve. It's got 4 receivers wide. Short out pass to the right into the flats. Falls short of his intended receiver, Evan Bongers. It'll be second down for Western Reserve. 2nd and 10. Comes out in a similar set. This time the running back to his left sends him, his tight end in to block, hand it off, and roughly met about the line of scrimmage. It's number 24, Ian Baker, on the carry for the Pioneers. Parrott comes out again, pistol set. Play action, he's going to keep it and roll out to the right. Missed tackle, but the Cougars are able to swarm him. It's number 70 on the tackle, Jake Fidel. That'll make it 4th down for the Pioneers. 4th and 8 from the 25. Oh, it's going to be on the 23-yard line. 10:46 left in the first quarter. Baker will be the punter for the Pioneers. Back is Avery Jones for the Cougars, standing at his own 47. Fielded, he's going to carry it. Making some people miss. He's got some space, gets a block. And he's up the sideline, but they're going to call him back as he stepped out at about the 17-yard line. Nice return by Avery Jones. Puts the Cougars in nice field positioning here for the first drive of the afternoon. So the Cougars will set up from their own 17, 10:21 left in the first quarter. Lighty in the shotgun for the Cougars. Throws it into the flat. It's Eric Humphreys. Gets all the way down to about the 5-yard line. That'll set the Cougars up with a first down. It'll be 1st and goal from their 5. Lighty in the shotgun. There's a flag on the play. It's dropped off to Humphreys. He's in the end zone, but we'll see if it gets called back. Penalties against the Cougars. Illegal motion. As Legespi was in motion. Be 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. 10:09 left in the first quarter. Lighty in the shotgun, 3 to his left. Avery Jones single on the right. Tries an out route to Jones. Not able to make the connection. It'll make it 3rd and goal. Second and goal because of the penalty. Similar formation for the Cougars. This time he hands it off. It's Legespi, cuts inside and makes it about to the 5.5-yard line. Be 3rd and goal from the 5. In the shotgun again, Lighty. This time he's got 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Legespi in the backfield. Humphreys goes in motion. Hand off to Legespi up the middle. Still on his feet, but tackled by about 3 Pioneers, including number 79, Peter Kang. That'll make it 4th and goal. He gained about a yard, so he's down to the 4-yard line. 9:06 left in the first quarter. Cougars on the doorstep. We'll see if they can get it here on 4th down. They elect to kick. It'll be Nick Visaggi in to kick for the Cougars. And a little chip shot for Nick. Well, put the first points for the Cougars on the board. It'll be 3-0 as Kiski opens the scoring here this afternoon. 8:46 left in the first quarter. Visaggi will kick off for the Cougars. Back for Western Reserve. It's 15, Elijah Boyd, and number 4, Evan Bongers. Boyd will field it at about his 7-yard line. And he slips and is touched down by Micah Tillman of the Cougars. 8:39 left in the first quarter. Pioneers will have their second drive of the day. They're going to be set up at about their 25-yard line. Coming out of the huddle, 3 receivers stacked in the backfield, handed off inside and met at the line of the scrimmage by the Cougars. It's number 51, Francisco Borsellino, excuse me. That'll make it about 2nd and 9. They get it out to the 26. Similar stacked formation. This time they hand it to the back receiver, Baker. Again, the Cougars stuff him at the line of scrimmage. Push him back to the, well, they're going to say it's no gain or no loss on that play. It'll be 3rd and 9 with 7:52 left in the first quarter. Again, the Pioneers stack the backfield. Play action this time. Parrott scrambles to his right and has to throw it out of bounds. That'll make it 4th and 9 for the Pioneers. 7:30 left in the first quarter. You're going to elect to punt. It'll be Baker punting to Avery Jones, who had made a nice break on the first punt attempt by the Pioneers, but stepped out of bounds before making it into the end zone. So we'll see if he can create some magic here again. Low line drive punt, they just kick it out of bounds. Cougars still have good field position just inside the 50-yard line in their own zone. So with 7:24 left in the first quarter, Cougar offense takes the field for the second time. Coming away on the first drive with a field goal by Nick Visaggi. Lighty sets up in the shotgun. It's Legespi up the middle. He's got space and gets out to the 40-yard line. Pioneers entering. Again, hands off to Legespi. Knifing his way up the middle for another 15-yard gain for Legespi this time. Legespi again up the middle. Makes a couple cuts and ball's out. Kiski recovers. So a fumble by Legespi. Able to fall on the ball, one of the offensive linemen. I believe it was Seth Williams. Lighty to the corner. It's Clayton Halmy bringing it in for the touchdown. John Lighty connects with Clayton Halmy for the first touchdown of the afternoon for the Cougars, coming at 6:16 left in the first quarter. Visagi in for the extra point and chips it in. That'll make the score 10-0 in favor of the Cougars. Visagi into kick for the Cougars. Back deep again, it will be Boyd and Bongers for Western Reserve. Cougars have been able to pin the Pioneers in their zone so far in the first two drives, as they've yet to cross midfield, so we'll see what they can do here on their third attempt. Boyd steps up on the short kick and brought down on the far side by number 3, Eric Humphreys. There'll be a face mask on the call against Humphreys. So the Pioneers will have much better field position than they've had so far this afternoon. They're going to start at their own 48-yard line, just inside midfield. See if they can move the ball. So far they've had 2 4-and-outs. Paired in the backfield, he's got Baker to his right. Hands it off to him. Met by number 28 and a gang of Cougars. That's Shamir Adderley of Kiski for a gain of about 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 at 5:47 left in the first quarter. Parrott hands it off to Baker. For a gain of about 1. Again, he's plugged up in the middle. Let's see where they spot it. about the 49-yard line of the Cougars. 5 minutes left to play here in the first quarter as the Pioneers get across midfield. Third down and about 8. Out into the flat. His attempt to get it to number 85. Kayla Maurer. We'll make it 4th down for the Pioneers. I apologize, it's about 4th and 6. They're going to elect to go for it this time. Parrott resets. Baker in the backfield. It's going to pass. Across the middle. It's picked off by Chris Rubino. And gets it back to the 47-yard line of the Cougars. So on that 4th and 6, Rubino reads the pass across the middle and is able to keep good field position for the Cougars here. 4:30 left in the first quarter. They'll have 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Lighty in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right. Visagi's there, and it has to go through his hands. Nice throw by John, just not able to be squeezed by Nick. 4:24 left in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd and 10. Similar set. Again, he's got 3 to his right. He's got Legespi in the backfield. He hands it to him and bowls ahead for about 3 yards. We'll see where they spot it. They're going to spot it at the 49. Well, maybe not. They're going to back it up to the 50. So that's a gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 7. 4 minutes left here in the first quarter. Cougars have a 10-0 lead over the Western Reserve Academy. Leading the shotgun, fakes the handoff. He has the option to throw. He decides to tuck it and run. It's going to be close for the 1st down. We'll see where they spot it. If it's the near judge. Yep, they're going to move the chains. So Lighty able to get the 1st down for the Cougars and get them a fresh set of downs. 3:30 left to play in the first quarter. They're going to set up at their 42. Swing the 3 receiver set to the left. Avery Jones near side. Hands off to Legespi. There's a fumble on the play. Baker recovers it for the Pioneers and is tackled by Avery Jones. In to bust up that play, number 51 at Western Reserve, Francisco Borsellino, met Legespi in the backfield, and the Pioneers rushed to strip the ball. So they'll have excellent field position here on the Cougar 45. 2:59 left in the first quarter. Cooper Parrott breaks the huddle. He's got Baker in the backfield with him in the shotgun set. Read option, hands it off to Baker. Looks like there might be a holding call. It's going to be holding against the Pioneers. That'll back them up. That'll back them up to their own 46-yard line. It'll be first down and 20. Excuse me. It'll be first and 19. Chris Rubino in on the tackle as Cooper Parrott, the quarterback, tries to run it up the middle. Gets up for a gain of 2. It'll be second and 17. Parrott in the shotgun, Baker to his right. 3 receivers far side. He rolls out that way. Nothing there. Has to throw it away. They'll reset for 3rd and 17 with just under 2 minutes to play. 1:56 here in the first quarter. Pioneers taking a lot of time here. See if they get a delay game call. He's got his hand up, so Parrott's got to get the snap off, and they call delay game. So that'll back him up 5 yards. Makes it 3rd and about 22-yard lines from their 43-yard line. They've got to get to the Cougar 35 for a first down. Still 1:56 left here to play in the first quarter. Parrott breaks the huddle. His 3 receivers come to the near side. He's going to carry it up the middle. He's tackled by number 10, Jason Gachowski. So that'll make it about 4th and, we'll call it 19. 4th and a bunch, we'll call it that. 1:40 left to play. Pioneers elect to punt. Avery Jones awaits the kick at about his 27-yard line. Nice kick by Baker. Goes out of bounds at the 27-yard line of the Cougars. 1:18 left to play here in the first quarter. This will be the deepest that Kiski has started here this afternoon. In their own zone, they've had pretty good field position starting at midfield or even in the Pioneer zone. So they've got to drive quite a bit of yards. We'll see what they can do. Spread 2 receivers to each side. Lighty fakes the handoff. Underneath to Avery Jones, making people miss. Still cutting, balls out. And recovered by number 85, Caleb Maurer of the Pioneers at 1:07. So the Pioneers will take over pretty much essentially where they were, just a little bit further ahead at the 40-yard line. 1:07 left to play here in the first quarter. Four receiver set for Parrott. Drops back. Pressured and sacked. It's number 15, Jordan Ackey, getting to the quarterback for a 5-yard loss. As the clock ticks away, 45 seconds left here in the first quarter. It'll be 2nd 15 for the Pioneers as Ackey was able to get into the backfield. This time he goes in a pistol set. Hands off to Baker up the middle. Meets resistance at about the 43-yard line of the Cougars for a gain of about 5. No, gain about 3. And the clock ticks down. That'll take us to the second quarter. Cougars lead 10-0 here over Western Reserve Pioneers. Pioneers will come out in the second quarter with possession. Field goal by Nick Visaggi gave the Cougars their first 3 points, and then a 23-yard strike from John Lighty to Clayton Halmy gave the Cougars their first touchdown of the game and the 10-0 lead off the extra point of Visaggi. I'm going to cut the mic for a second so you don't have to listen to that wind. We'll come back in just a moment with second quarter action. Coming out of the quarter break, Pioneers have the ball, this time heading to their right, left to right on your screen. They had a 3rd and 13, but it's going to be a false start on number 52 of Western Reserve. We'll back him up. It'll be 3rd and 18 from there, well, the Cougar 48. Parrott in the shotgun. Gonna take a shot deep. Out of bounds. Nothing really there. So it'll be 4th down as 6 seconds tick off the clock. Excuse me. It is really windy up here. Try and protect the mic as much as I can. Into punt is Baker again. Avery Jones stands back for the Cougars. This time he doesn't quite get it out of bounds. Avery decides not to field it, but it is picked up by Evan Bongers of Western Reserve at about the 18-yard line of the Cougars. So again, the Cougars pinned deep in their zone. Have to go the length of the field here in the second quarter. So far the Cougars have had some ball security issues. 2 fumbles on the day have stunted the offense, which has been moving fairly well. Lighty hands it to Legespi, puts his head down and shoves forward for about 5 yards, all the way up to the Cougar 22. We'll call it a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Lady in the shotgun, 3 receiver set. Hands it off up in the middle to Legespi again. James Yang and number 51, Francisco Borsellino. Hands off again. Legespi met my Borsellino, but able to move the chains for the Cougars. 10:39 left here in the second quarter. Hand off again. This time he busted outside a little bit more than up the middle to the 37-yard line of the Cougars. It's a 5-yard gain. Be 2nd and 5. 10:05 left to play here in the second quarter. This time, play action. Halmy cuts underneath. Still on his feet. And tackled by Baker for a loss. It'll be 3rd and 10 on that 5-yard loss. 9:18 left in the second. Lady back. Nothing there. Halmy scrambles out, helps his quarterback. Able to get it out near midfield. First down for the Cougars. Nice broken play by the Cougars. Lady was able to scramble, and Halmy broke his route out to the outside. Gets it up to the 50-yard line. 9:05 left in the second. It'll be 1st and 10. Out route, Avery Jones, excuse me, for about 4 yards. Tongue twister. Yeah, there's just the... Be 2nd and 6. Legespi goes in motion. Offsides. It'll be Jason Gachowski jumping offsides. That'll back the Cougars up 5 yards. It'll make it 2nd and 11. With 8:15 left. Lady in the shotgun. Legespi goes in motion. Cougars will try it again. Legespi in the flat. Able to cut inside. Coming over from the defensive line is Borsellino to make the tackle. That'll make it 3rd and 5 with just about 7:40 left to play in the half. Cougars come across midfield. 4 receivers set, spread wide. Lady drops back. Halmy stops just inside the first down and able to dive for that extra yard to get a new set of downs for the Cougars. Ball will be placed at the Pioneer 39-yard line. 7:26 left to play. Time Avery Jones makes the slant route across the middle up to about the 25-yard line. There's a player hurt on the Pioneer side. Looks like can't see the number on them. It'll be Baker, Ian Baker for the Pioneers. Cougars will have a fresh set of downs as they make it out to the 25-yard line with 6:59 left to play in the second half. It's 10-0 Cougars over the Pioneers of Western Reserve Academy. Baker seems to be up. Looks like he may have some kind of shoulder stinger possibly. So he seems to be favoring that right side, but he's walking off. The Cougar offense will take the field. 6:59 left in the second quarter. They have a 1st and 10 from the Pioneer 25. Timeout called by Western Reserve as they regroup here. So we'll take another break and we'll be back in about 30 seconds. Back to action. Pioneers took a timeout there. Lighty in the shotgun. Legespi grabbed by number 75. Roman Labros. Second and 2 from the 17. Handoff, Legespi again gets the first down and met at the 11-yard line. .6:23 left in the half. Humphreys in motion. They go that way. It's Kachowski, ball thrown behind him. 2nd and 10, 5:57 left in the half. On that attempt from Lighty to Kachowski. Ball's on the 12-yard line. So technically the Cougars should still get a first down. But at this point they're looking for the end zone. 3 receiver set out to the right, 1 near side. Handoff Legespi. all the way down to the 3-yard line.
They're running 60.
I wish I could explain to those watching at home how many people are standing up here next to me and equipment that we're trying to work around each other. I apologize as Humphreys is tackled in the backfield by number 75. So if we have any weird camera angles or bumping around, that's what's going on up here. There's about 8 of us standing up here. That's Humphreys is tackled by Teddy Cairns. It's 4th and 1. The Cougars can still get a first down. They've got to get about 4th and 4, excuse me. They've got to get about to just over the 3-yard line. They decide to kick, and Visagi tucks it inside the right post at 4:42. That'll make it 13-0. Kiski Cougars lead Western Reserve Academy. 4:42 left in the second quarter. Cougars have had 2 field goals and a touchdown. Visagi again will kick it away for the Cougars. We'll see if Baker comes out for the Pioneers this series. He was shook up on the last one. Deep for the Pioneers, it'll be Boyd. Boyd and Bongers again. Saji kicks it away down to the corner, and it goes out of bounds. So the ball will come out to the 35 for the Pioneers. .442 still remains in the half. Cougar defense has so far been pretty stout here against Western Reserve. And the Cougars are ahead in this game despite 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles on their end. So we'll see what the Pioneers do here with what might be one of the last drives of the half. They stack 3 running backs in the backfield, hand it off to the last one. It's Boyd, powers ahead, met by Jake Fidel. Doesn't gain a whole lot, if anything. Still at the 35-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 10 with 4:19 as the clock ticks in the second quarter as we draw near the half. Three-back stack in the backfield again. It's Boyd with the carry, and nice tackle by Griffin Donahue in space. It's a gain of 2 yards out to the Pioneer 37. It'll be 3rd and 8, 3:40 left here in the quarter. It's good to see Baker come back on the field for the Pioneers. Set up for some power running again. It's Boyd. Jake Fidel on the tackle. It'll be short of the first down. just inside the 45-yard line of where they need to get to is the 45. They're at the 44. It'll be 4th and 1 with 3:08 left to play. We'll see if they decide to go for it. They need to get about 2 feet to get across the 45. They set up in that power back position again with Baker and Bersolini ending it. Donahue meets him, but Boyd keeps pushing. Visagi on the tackle along with Micah Tillman. And the Pioneers get across midfield and have a first down. 2:50 left to play in the half. Enter Cougar territory all the way up to their 47-yard line. 1st and 10. Parrott breaks the huddle. Hands off to Baker. Makes his way up the middle. He's met by Micah Tillman. Looks like his forward progress will get him to the 45-yard line for a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 with 2:10 as the clock ticks down to the half. Pistol set. Parrott tries to go deep. The defender back is Eric Humphreys against Boyd of Western Reserve. Not able to get the separation he needed. 1:31. 3rd and 8 for the Pioneers. Yeah. Screen thrown to the feet of Baker on that 3rd and 8. That'll stop the clock at 1:26. Again, I apologize for the wind. 1:26 left in the half. 4th and they're calling it 9. They set up in the punt formation. We'll see if they kick it. Baker back deep and punts it out of bounds. No attempt for Avery Jones to field it. 1:20 left. The ball will be on the 18-yard line of the Cougars. So they've got to go quite a bit of ways to do any kind of damage here at the end of the half. But they have been moving the ball fairly well. They had 2 hiccups on 2 fumbles recovered by, well, one recovered by the Cougars and the other by the Pioneers, but they've been moving pretty efficiently, so we'll see if they can make something happen here. Throw out to the flat, it's Clayton Halmy, met by Baker and Cooper Parrott. .110 left. They get it out to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. 4 receivers set. Legespi to his right. Lighty takes the snap. Deep downfield zone at about the 46-yard line of the Pioneers. 47 seconds left. We have a timeout taken by the Cougars. So still in striking distance with 47 seconds left and 2 timeouts. We'll come back in just a moment. After the timeout, Lighty will set up in the shotgun. He's pressured from his right side, gets it across the middle, and breaking up the play is Ian Baker as Lighty was looking for Holme cutting across the middle. 42 seconds as the clock stops on that incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 46. Lighty looks deep. It's Holme going up for it and broken up by Cooper Parrott and Evan Bongers. Nearly intercepted. Clock stops at 35 seconds in the half. It'll still be 3rd and 10. Receiver set again for the Cougars. Lighty with Legaspi to his right. Drops back, looks left side. It's Avery Jones in the area, but thrown nearly out of bounds. So there's no play on it. 28 seconds left. It'll be 4th and 10. There's holding on the penalty, or on the play called against the Cougars. It'll back them up to about the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 24 yards. Screen to Humphreys, does a nice job to snag it out of the air, but not enough. That'll be 16 seconds. We'll see if the Pioneers get the ball back. They're not going to be able to, as the Cougars are just going to let time tick away. And that'll end the half. Cougars have a 13-0 lead here over the Western Reserve Academy Pioneers off 2 field goal attempts by Nick Visaggi and a touchdown pass from John Lighty to Clayton Holme. So we'll be back after the 15-minute halftime with second half action here at the Kiski School. Teams are going to have a brief warm-up, and then we'll be back with second half action here. Cougars lead 13-0 over Western Reserve Academy. Again, two field goals by Nick Visaggi and a touchdown pass from Clayton Halmy from John Leidy. So just in just a moment, we'll be right back with the kickoff, which the Cougars are going to receive. Baker will kick it away for Western Reserve here as we start the second half. Back deep for the Cougars, number 2, A.J. Kimbrough, and number 4, Avery Jones. See if the Cougars can capitalize on some of the momentum they had here in the first half. They were able to keep the Pioneers pretty much contained. Hopefully that continues as well. Away it goes. And out of bounds. Cougars will start at their 35-yard line here as Baker kicks it out of bounds. Ball on the 35, 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Four receivers set. Legespi in the backfield. It's handed to him. Goes up the middle. Number 51, Borsellino on the tackle for the Pioneers on a gain of about 4 yards. 2nd and 6 for the Cougars. Similar set. Legespi again in the backfield. He'll get the handoff from Leidy and slogs ahead for about 3 yards. Out to the 47 of the Cougars. Or excuse me, the 42. So 3rd and 3, they need to get to the 45-yard line. Leidy drops back for the pass. Kachowski, his intended target, broken up by number 9, Jake Pendergraft. Kachowski had room to run if he would have caught it, but a nice defensive play breaks it up by number 9 of WRA. So 4th and 3 from the 42.
Get in tight. Get in tight. Get in tight.
Legespi gets the ball, makes the cut, and has the first down up to the 49-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. 10:50 left in the third quarter. Nice piece of running and blocking by the Cougars. been finding success out of this shotgun run here. There it is again. This time he's tackled by Baker. It's Legespi out across the 50 up to the 40-yard line and into Pioneer territory. 10:20 left in the third. 1st and 10 Cougars.
Now they got
three receivers out wide. Avery Jones close to Lighty. Again, he hands it off.
every time.
And Legespi rips off a gain of about 8. They're going to spot it at the 31, so it'll be gain of 9. 2nd and 1 for the Cougars. 9:45 left here in the third quarter.
Exactly. Come on, Zane. James, yes. James is
Legespi again. And they push forward across the 30-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Cougars.
going to grind it up on this side.
9:15 left now. The clock ticks. 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line of the Pioneers. Play action of Legespi this time out in the flat. It's Eric Humphreys up across the 20-yard line down to about the 17. They're going to spot it at the 18-yard line. That puts them just shy. I lied. They're going to spot it at the 19-yard line. So that puts them a yard shy of the first down. It'll be 2nd and 1. 8:30 left in the third. Cougars offsides. So a 2nd and 1 opportunity turns into 2nd and 6 from the 24-yard line. Lighty looking left side, inside to Clayton Holme, cuts underneath and gets a first down to the, they'll call it the 14-yard line. Under 8 minutes to play in the third, 7:54. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Pioneer 14-yard line. Handoff Legespi, right side this time. Has some space. Gets down inside the 5. They spot it on the 5-yard line. Still have a chance to get a first down if they get past the 4-yard line. So it'll be 2nd and 1. 7:10 left in the third. Lighty brings in the play, sets up in the gun. Legespi up the gut and plunges in for the second touchdown of the for the afternoon for the Cougars. It'll be 6:52 of the time of the touchdown. There's a player down for Western Reserve, so we'll have to take a short break before the extra point try. But that makes it 19-0 Cougars lead over Western Reserve. I think that might be number 79, Peter Kang. down for Western Reserve. Take a brief moment. We'll come back. The Cougars will make their extra point attempt. And Kang is back to his feet and walking off under his own power. Some kind of knee or ankle injury. Got twisted up as he limps off the field, but the Cougars will set up for their extra point after the touchdown run by Cato Legaspi up the middle for about 5 yards. Nick Visaggi on to make the kick attempt. And chips it through. So at 6:51 left in the third quarter, the Cougars take a 20-0 lead over here over the Pioneers of Western Reserve Academy. Visaggi will now kick off for the Cougars. Give you just a break from that wind as they set up for the kickoff. Bongers and Boyd back for Western Reserve. Visaggi to kick for the Cougars. Sends it away. Bongers under it. Fields it at the 10. Nice tackle by Micah Tillman. Only gives him about a gain of 7 on the return. Nice tackle. 6:44 left in the third quarter. The Pioneers will set up at their 17-yard line. Parrott in the gun. Hands off to Baker, pushes forward up the middle, and pushed back by the Cougar defensive line. He's met at about the 20. We'll see where they mark his forward progress. Yeah, they'll put him at the 20-yard line. So gain of 2 on the play. Baker, 6:20 left here in the third quarter. Parrott in the gun, Baker to the right, or to his left, your right. Broken play, he's got to scramble out. Jordan Ackey pursues, Griffin Donahue on the interception, and he's out of bounds on the near sideline. Okay, it's okay. Like I said, we got a lot of people up here. There's a personal foul called against Western Reserve on the return. So the nice interception, Aki with the pressure on the Parrot of Western Reserve throws the pick to number 6, Griffin Donahue, returns it down, and with the personal foul, it'll put him inside the 10-yard line at the 9, so it'll be 1st and goal, Cougars. Lighty sets up in the shotgun, goes to Legespi, got to get outside, needs to turn upfield, and block in the back
I think so.
will be called against Clayton Halmy of the Cougars.
Yeah, James right in the back.
That'll back the Cougars up. 5:42 left in the third quarter. We'll see how far that takes him back from the spot of the foul. So the Cougars go from the 9-yard line all the way back now to the 31. So that's a significant penalty. So it's 2nd and goal from the 31-yard line. So they've got a bit of work ahead of them. Lighty drops back. Visagi underneath, met by Baker at the 29-yard line. So gain of, or the 28-yard line. So it'd be gain of 3.
I know.
With that penalty, it was 1st and goal from 31. Now it's 2nd and goal from about the 28. Up the gut, draw play to Cato Legespi. Gets it to the 20-yard line. .435 left here in the third. Lighting the gun, 3rd and goal.
Go get it.
Tipped and not able to reel it in is number 9, Jake Pendergraph. Nice play to break it up. Nearly had the interception. 4th and goal for the Cougars with 4:13 left in the third. He's straightening out there. There we go. Visagi's going to kick or come out for the kicking team. See if they actually do kick it. He was making it from here in practice, so we'll see if he can make it again. They fake it. Lighty rolls out, throws to Kachowski in the flat. He's there, and he's cut down by Boyd at the 11-yard line on the field goal fake. Kachowski shook up on the play as Boyd went low on the tackle. Take a brief moment. 4:04 left in the third. Cougars lead 20-0. Kachowski's back up. Hopefully he's okay. He's had some problems with that leg before. Hopefully it's nothing serious, as Coach Perry and Mr. Eckenrode help him off the field. So after the fake attempt, the Pioneers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 11, setting up in the Maryland I, am told, with three running backs stacked. Baker, the tailback at the back, receives it and again is plugged up at the line by the Cougars. 3:53 left in the third quarter. 2nd and 10. Well, they gave him a little bit of yardage, out to about the 13. So 2nd and 8. Again, rolls out. It's Parrott. He's met by Jake Fidel for a loss. Parrott on the rollout out of that I formation. Nothing there. And so it'll be 3rd and 10. So 3rd and 12 on that tackle for a loss from Fidel. They do put number 4, Bongers, in motion, handed off to him from the wide receiver position on that receiver sweep. Nothing there. So it'll be 4th and about 13. Deep in their zone. Pioneers are going to punt it away. Avery Jones stands at about his 40-yard line, or the Pioneers' 40-yard line. Baker takes it in his end zone, punts it into the space. Nice kick. Jones fields it at the 35. He's got space out in front of him. There's a penalty. And a player down, number 21, Matt Filippelli.
No.
We'll see what the penalty is going to be, as Avery returned it back to about the 30-yard line. The penalty was called away from the ball, so you almost think it has to be a blocking foul. It's a holding call against the return team. It'll be 1st down for the Cougars. They'll be in the Pioneer zone, but they're going to be backed up 10 yards from the 28. So it'll be 1st and 10 with 2:04 left in the third quarter. And the Cougars set up on their the Pioneer 38-yard line. Filippelli's still down, but it looks like they're going to get him up, and he's going to walk off under his own power. And he's jogging, so hopefully he's okay. Looked like he had some kind of leg injury. For those interested, the soccer game against Malvern Prep ended in a 1-1 tie. That game ended just before halftime here. They started at 1 o'clock. Legespi on the handoff. This time, Borsellino's there to meet him for a loss. 2. 2nd and 12 from the 40. Lady in the shotgun, backers to both sides. Legespi goes in motion out wide. Lady's going to throw it to him.
Good defense.
And a loss of 2 out there in the flat.
By the way, he's going towards the line of scrimmage.
It's Boyd and Baker out there on the tackle for Western Reserve. 1:02 left to play in the third quarter. Cougars face a 3rd and 14 from their 40, or the Pioneer 42. Lighty's going to pass, has to step up in the pocket. He's going to carry it himself. Makes a cut, looking for space. He's close to a first down. We'll see where they spot the ball. Ends up at about the 28-yard line. So it's close to where he needs to get to. They're going to push him forward and give him the first down from the 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 with 20 seconds left in the quarter. Cougars are going to let the half tick away. So at the end of the third quarter, we have a 20-0 lead over Western Reserve. We'll be back just a moment as we switch ends at the field for the fourth quarter here this afternoon. Out of the huddle, Cougars will face 1st and 10 from the Pioneer 28. Here's we start the fourth quarter. 4 receivers set. Legespi in the backfield with Lighty. Cato gets the ball, pushes forward for about 2 yards. Call it 2nd and 8 from the 26. Cougars need to get down to the 18-yard line for the first down. Legespi gets the ball, has a hole, makes the cut, still on his feet, down to the 15-yard line, and that'll be a first down, Cougars. 11:14 left in the quarter.
Trent was there. He didn't tackle it. Trent was there. He didn't tackle it.
Legespi again up the middle, this time across the 10-yard line, down to about the 9. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 9-yard line. They've got to get to the 5-yard line for first down. Hopefully instead they can just find the end zone. Legespi again gets the handoff up the middle to the 6-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 1. 9:50 left to play in the game. Lady in the gun. Legespi gets it, falls down at the 5. It'll depend on the spot if he got the first down or not. And they give it to him, so it'll be 1st and goal from the 5. 9:14 left in the game. Flag on the play. It'll be a delay game on the Cougars. So they'll back them up 5 yards to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal from the 10. That really didn't seem like that a lot of time, but Legespi spins, still on his feet. Reaches for the end zone, falls short. Nearly gets it in though. He falls down at the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. 8:30 left to play in the 4th quarter. So in the 4th quarter, sorry if the stream dropped out for you. The 4th quarter, we have a touchdown by Cato Legespi. Let me reset the clock or the scoreboard here for you. It's going to be 27-0 in the 4th. On a 1-yard run from Cato Legespi, Nick Visaggi kicked the extra point. Saji's going to kick it away. Back is Boyd and Bongers. And underneath it, catching it at his 5 is Bongers. They runs into his own player and gets sacked, or tackled, excuse me, by Ryota Mogi and Griffin Donahue at the 20-yard line. They'll take possession with 7:14 left in the 4th, still looking for their first points of the game. Yeah. Baker gets the handoff, Met immediately by Micah Tillman for a loss. Back him up to the 19-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 11 as we tick under 7 minutes to play here in the fourth. I'm going to bump you down here a little bit as the opposing coaches have cleared the stands for us. Baker up the middle again. I'm going to mute you here a second. Hold on one sec. So on 3rd and 8 with 6 minutes left. Gonna have encroachment on the defense. That'll make it 3rd and 3 for the Pioneers. Nothing there on the attempt to Elijah Boyd. 5:46 left. It'll be 4th and 3 for the Pioneers in their own their own zone. They'll be on the 27-yard line. Up the middle, still going, right up to the ground is Jameer Adderley. At the 40-yard line, 5:35 left in the quarter. Do a toss out to the right. There is room to run. And got 4 yards. Maybe Cougar injured on the play. Jake Fidel now down. Jake's up. Looks like he may have just got the wind knocked out of him a little bit. He'll shake it off. So 5:10 left in the fourth quarter. Pioneers set up for 2nd and 5 from their 47. Roll out. Parrott finds Maurer in the flat at the 50 for gain of about 3. It'll be 3rd and 3 from the 50. Parrott in the gun. He's got Baker to his right. Rolls out again. This time the Cougars sniff it out. It's number 52, Seth Williams. With pressure from Jordan Ackey as well, but Seth's going to get the sack. Clock ticks down to about 4 minutes.
Shake. Shake. Shake.
.345, clock still ticking. It's 4th and 9. It's a big play from Seth Williams to back the Pioneers up, force them to rethink their strategy. So they call a timeout with 3:43 left. Cougars have a 27-0 lead over the Pioneers of WRA. Fourth and 9. Parrott drops back. Screen pass to Baker. Tillman was there. That'll make the tackle. It's finally Jameer Adderley bringing him down at just around the 40. That'll move the chains for the Pioneers. And the clock ticks down to 3:25 left in the game. 1st and 10 from the 40. In the I formation, Parrott fakes, goes long. Humphreys up for the battle. Nice job getting body position and knocking it away. Nice play by Humphreys. Makes it 2nd and 10 with 2:58 left in the game. Those of you watching at home, next weekend is our homecoming here at Kiski, so it's a big event. There'll be lots of food, soccer, football, everything's going on. So if you can make it out to the Kiski campus here in Salzburg, I highly recommend it. If not, we'll be streaming the game right here at Cougar Game Day on our YouTube channel and also www.kiski.org/gameday as Baker plows ahead for a gain of about 8. It'll be 3rd and we'll call it 3, so he gained about 7 yards. He's got to get to the 30 for the 1st down. This time they hand it off to number 51. The second back in the eye. It's Borsellino. 2:16 left. Next week we'll induct our 2017 Hall of Fame class as well, so there'll be lots of alumni on campus. That'll happen during the halftime of the football game. So soccer kicks off at 1, football's at 2. So probably around 3:30 they'll have the halftime ceremony. So from campus, should be a good time. 1st down for the Pioneers as we're under 2 minutes left in the game. 1:45. 1st and 10 from the Cougar 29. They go to the eye again. Hand off to Baker. Tackled after about 3 or 4 yards. We'll call it 3 to the 26-yard line. Be 2nd and 7. Going to the power I. Hand to Baker again. Met at the line of scrimmage for no gain. We'll see if they give him a yard. Looks like they might up to the 25. Timeout called by the Pioneers with 1:01 left here in the fourth quarter. Cougars lead 27-0. When we come back, Pioneers will have a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 from their from the Cougar 25. Back out of the timeout. 3rd and 6 from the 25. They've got to get down inside the 19 for a first down. Mackey pursues, and he's able to drag him down for a huge loss all the way back to the 43-yard line of the Cougars. Jordan Ackey able to stay with it on the botched snap over the head of Parrott. So that significantly changes the game plan for the Pioneers as we tick the clock down. It's 32 seconds. See what they're going to do here. Last-ditch effort here to get some points on the board here this afternoon. Again, next weekend, Kiski homecoming here starting at around noon. So if you can, make it out to join us. If not, join us here on Cougar Game Day. Parrott throws it. And falling in as time runs out, it's Evan Bongers. So on the Hail Mary attempt there at the end of the game, Parrott finds Evan Bongers, who falls into the end zone and makes the final score Kiski 27, WRA 6. Cougars advance to 4-0 on the season. WRA's record drops to 4-2. Join us next week. Kiski takes on the Perkiomen School during the homecoming celebration. Again, soccer will be over on the soccer field at 1. Hope to see you guys here on campus. If not, join us right back here on Cougar Game Day. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Go Cougars.